And a special good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of Class 1A District 7 Lacrosse Semifinal number 2 between, well, the two private schools. In football, they called it the Holy War between Holy Trinity and Merritt or Melbourne Central Catholic. Downtown, Caleb Brown here to bring you all of the action. As we get set. We get set to go off here as Franco Alonso, Marcos Paban, Kyle Naylor, Harlan Pent, Noah Ostrander, and we're going to go silent as they do the Holy Trinity Amen and prayer.
Grant us wisdom and character in all that we do so that your will is done and your glory is shown to the world. We ask this in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're going to mute the mic for the national anthem. All right, everybody, here we go. It's time. It's time. It's not Vader time. It's lacrosse time. That was a shout out to any of those old school wrestling fans out there. Holy Trinity. MCC and Holy Trinity. This one's going to be fun. What a first semifinal game we had. The game between Merritt Island and Satellite, down to the wire with 25 seconds left. Mateo Naka puts the final goal in. And here we go. We are off to the races. Combs with the pickup. And Holy Trinity will get the ball rolling, I should say. It's number 4, Drew Zabinski. Sets up at the top of the box. Zabinski passes it off back to X, back across GLE, and that one's going to go haywire to the middle, and Holy Trinity will pick it back up. So that will be a turnover on Holy Trinity, and MCC will come to. Sanger pass fires. That's Max Sullivan with the shot. And it will be brought back with MCC. And Sullivan looks shot, and there's the save by number 35. Jensen with the ball. And here come the Tigers. And that one's intercepted. And the Tigers not able. Bounces off the ref. That can't be too pleasant. Holy Trinity back with possession. That's number 5, Landon Dawson. Roan right. There's number 1, Finn Werder. Werder fighting his way around the crease now. Cuts back inside, trying the wraparound. Cuts inside, and great job getting a stick on that shot. That was Marcos Herrera Paban on defense. Zabinski dragging someone out to the corner. Now he's going to take a rush inside. Dishes off to X. Number Dawson, shot and a goal! Holy Trinity. Drew Dawson, or Landon Dawson, with the first goal. Dawson in for the face-off for Holy Trinity. Number 15, Combs with the pickup. Dish it off there to number 14, Colin Monroe. And Zabinski has it back all by himself up top, being guarded by Max Sullivan. Cuts off on Sullivan, spins out and around. Gets the ball back to X. Rowan Wright. Back at X. Oh, a pass that almost turned into a shot. Number 14,
Turnover.
Colin Monroe. And there's number 23, who somehow escapes that. He's eluded the double team. And a timeout called by MCC. Number 23, that's Harlan Pete,
Timeout.
the senior defenseman.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all games in the 2025 FHSAA Lacrosse Championship, visit FHSAA.com.
Again, I'd like to thank our beautiful partners from the Florida High School Athletic Association, the FHSAA, for all information about high school sports. Information to tournaments and results of games, head on to the FHSAA website, their beautiful and gorgeous website. We'd also like to thank them for granting Brevard Sports Network the broadcast rights to the Class 1A District 7 tournament. And any rebroadcast, retransmission without the written permission from the Brevard Sports Network and the Florida High School Athletic Association is strictly prohibited. .8:21 left to go here in the first quarter. MCC with possession. And he's just shouldering through to that's Vance Sanger. Sanger spins in. Draws the attention of Dylan Jensen. And Holy Trinity comes up. Sawyer Jacobs gives it to a defenseman who launches it. Beautiful job. Moore dishes to Werder. Werder looking at it, fires. There's number 33, shot with the D-pole. That's Chris Moore on the shot.
Ball will retained by Holy Trinity. Finn Werder.
Finn Werder.
Nate Combs setting up the offense. Good defensive play.
MCC, that ball's getting a little dicey. At MCC defense, making things happen. Will Wright with the pickup. Nick Combs comes around the goal. Passes. Number 14, shot! And it goes wide. Colin Monroe with the shot. Ball backed up by the Tigers and being brought in by number 5, Landon Dawson. Dawson tries to turn inside and doing a great job there, beating him to the spot. Is the defender there for MCC. Shot knocked away.
Blocked by Franco Alonso.
Shot, no. Was Nate Combs with the shot, no good. Wow, that ball got sent. It almost looked like I had a thought and it disappeared. Anyway, here we go. It would look like me on the Masters yesterday. Here comes MCC getting it up, and Dylan Jensen comes up with the Drew Zabinski. Zabinski back with the ball. That's number 34, Rowan Wright. Right to Zabinski. Zabinski's going to take it inside. Passes off. And at MCC defense doing a good job getting their sticks in the passing lane. And it's Wright again. Wright trying to get his stick on it.
Monroe sets up the offense again.
Check that. It's Monroe. Shot and a goal! Colin Monroe puts Holy Trinity up 2-0. And heading to the faceoff line is number 5, Landon Dawson. And for MCC, trying to Harlan Pete in the faceoff circle against Landon Dawson. Dawson gets it out to Combs. Combs brings it across, and Nate Combs will look to set up the offense here. Coming into the game is number 34, Rowan Wright. Combs instead dishes it off to Zabinski. Zabinski gonna come outside. Shot and a goal! Drew Zabinski! And it's 3-0 with 4:51. 4:51 left to go here in the first quarter. Right now, Holy Trinity is on a roll right now.
4:51 to go in the first quarter.
Pops that up.
Dawson flicks it back. Nate Combs.
And Nate Combs brings it across. Combs dishes it back up top to Zabinski. Zabinski over there, number 21. That's Garrett Sharrock. As they Tigers start to swing it around. Combs, low shot, no good. Franco Alonso on the stop. And they begin to swing it back around the cage. Now they're going to reverse it. Back to Combs. Pick set by Zabinski. Zabinski pass. Shot and a goal! Nate Reeve, the freshman, with the goal. And it's 4-0 Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity up 4-0 with 3:59 left to go. And here come the Tigers. Dawson. Chris Moore gets the pickup, gives it Combs. Combs dishing it off down low to X. Back to Combs. Zabinski setting up top high, gives it back to Combs. Cuts inside. Pass inside. And what a shot. That was number 24, Noah Ostrander. One of those big bodies in there.
Holy Trinity comes up with the ball somehow.
Somehow Holy Trinity comes up with that ball. Number 34 gives it back to number 1. Number 1, that's Finn Werder. Werder gives it back to, I don't know, Noah Rowan Wright. Right, shot, heads to Pipe City. Werder gives it back to Combs. Combs tries to use the pick, tries to go back with the pass. Shot, goal! Number 34, Rowan Wright. That was Liam Basham with the score, and it's 5-0 Holy Trinity. Again, I'd like to thank Solutions Property Management for stepping up and sponsoring this tournament.
Landon flicks it back to Nate Combs again.
Landon to Combs. Back to Combs. They wait back over to Werder. Werder dishing it back around to Wright. Up top to Zabinski. Zabinski fakes the pass. Nate Combs shot, and that one off the pipe. And he'll take a shot. Will number 14, Colin Monroe. And here come the Hustlers. Shot. And stuffed by the goalie, number 35.
Big Joe Wallace.
Joe Wallace. Are you kidding me? I mean, there is so much going on here. Number 34 shot. That one goes wide. It's Rowan Wright with the shot backed up by the Tigers. There's Werder now. Combs shot. And Franco Alonso, the goalie, I think he took that one just underneath the chin. Little time. Oh, okay, he hit his hand. The initial reaction, I thought he had to breathe. So Franco Alonso took a shot off the hand from Nate Combs, which that's not going to feel good at all. I don't care what kind of gloves you have. Combs can rip it. So again, while we have a chance to, they're looking at him, and he looks okay. He's shaking off, saying, "I can go." I'd like to thank Solutions Property Management. Have a management team to have all the solutions for your property rental. Find them online for more information at www.solutionsrentalsfl.com or give them a call at 321-684-7793 as, play is resumed. And here come the Tigers. Shot and a goal. Right, Rowan Wright makes it 6-0 Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity 6, MCC 0.
Holy Trinity has come out on fire and just hitting on all cylinders, literally. 19 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And the Hustlers win the faceoff.
Harlan Pete bringing it down.
Harlan Pete gets the ball knocked out. It's a scramble.
Dylan Jensen picks it up.
Dylan Jensen gives it.
Chris Moore.
Chris Moore keeps it in bounds.
And with the end of the first
And that'll be the end of the first quarter with your score.
Trinity Tigers.
Holy Trinity 6, MCC 0. I'll be right back with second quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. Actually, while we have a break in the action, I'd also like to talk about a camp here. The Florida Tech camp, Florida Tech Soccer Summer Camp, May 4th. The Florida Tech Elite ID Camp, again, taking place May 4th. There is the schedule up on the screen. Cost is $200. All the information right there on your screen. And I'd also like to talk about this camp, the summer camp, the 2025 summer youth camps being put on by Florida Tech men's soccer. There is all the information right there on your screen. For more information, head on over to the Brevard Sports Network Facebook page, which has information and all the links you need to get to. Just a couple posts down, Alan Slaughter-Zinski put up a great post about it. And to sharpen those skills, those camps are Monday through Thursday from 9 to 3. Go get coached up by some of the best soccer coaches you could get training from. And we'll be right back. Second quarter, fresh 12 on the clock here, and we got Dawson facing off, I believe, with number 23, Harlan Pete, as the referees are having a conversation with
Looks like it'll be Landon Dawson and Harlan Pete at the faceoff.
having a conversation with a player and a coach. All right, so MCC is going to be dressing a new goalie.
We're going to be taking a second here.
So for those who might be new to the sport of lacrosse,
MCC will be putting in a new goalie, so going to give him a little bit of time to warm up.
so when you replace a goalie in lacrosse, it's almost like putting a relief pitcher, a new pitcher on the mound. They give them a little bit to warm up, take some shots. So because they're playing the music, we're going to mute the mics while they warm up the new MCC goalie, and we'll get a chance to find out who it is for you right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, so MCC has warmed up goalie. It's goalie Harlan Pete. So now doing their face-offs will be number 2 Max Sullivan going up against Landon Dawson for Holy Trinity. All right, here we go.
So we're going to have a face-off, Max Sullivan for MCC.
Max Sullivan versus Landon Dawson. And so far it doesn't matter because here comes Holy Trinity winning the face-off.
Holy Trinity wins the face-off.
Gives it to Combs. Combs gives it down here. Gives it off there to number 6. That's Nate Reeve. Reeve gives it off. Didn't see what the call was.
MCC with the ball.
MCC with the ball, and
Nate Combs looking to push him out of bounds.
that's Sanger.
Dylan Jensen with the block. Picked up by number 13.
13.
David Stinson.
David Stinson.
Nate Combs on Kyle Neighbor.
Kyle Neighbor.
Naylor.
There's Sullivan. Sullivan fighting his way inside. Looks out for an outlet pass. Sullivan. And Chris Moore swats that one out of the air and intercepts it. And he'll get it off, and could that be in?
Sawyer Jacobs with the pickup.
Sawyer Jacobs.
Let Nate Combs set it up.
And Nate Combs sets the offense and waits for the substitutions to come in. Gives off to Zabinski. Zabinski back to Combs. Combs goes back around to X. Thought about passing it number 21. Zabinski. Out to 21. Back to Combs. Back at X. Sophomore. Shot.
Zabinski with the shot. Pick up by Colin Monroe.
That's right, Colin Monroe. And Zabinski's going to look and take it back to Combs back at X. Swinging it around. And he'll get crushed. Number 26 delivered the blow for the Hustlers. Turnover. Tigers have it back.
Werder picks it up.
That's Werder. And Harlan Pete. Harlan looking for an open man. There's number 13, the pass. He had a shot. 40, Sanger. Sanger with a, what's up, Surfer? There's, again, number 13. Let me get his name here. David Stinson. Stinson looks like he's trying to hit Max on a cross and not able to make it happen. Dylan Jensen on the attacking side of the field. And there's Dawson. There's Werder back to Zabinski. Shot and a goal! Nate Combs with the score. And it's 7-0. Holy Trinity on top.
Holy Trinity 7, MCC 0.
.702 left to go here in the second quarter. Now number 31 checking in. Grant Lacey in to face off for Holy Trinity. Still Max Sullivan for MCC. And a foul on Holy Trinity as here come the Hustlers. There's number 15, Hunter Steele. Shot, no good. There's the pass.
Max Sullivan setting it up.
Tries a swim move, and Sullivan turns the ball over. And Werder running through that MCC defense gets it back on the attacking side. Finn Werder with the shot. Holy Trinity will retain possession. And that's going to be a big turnover. Last touch by Holy Trinity. And it's going to be deep in their own defensive territory. Shot. Vance Sanger with the shot. Joe Wallace with the save. Sawyer Jacobs making the move. There's a pass down low. Not able to come up with it. Holy Trinity thought they had, or Landon Dawson comes up with possession out of that scrum. And Zabinski, directing traffic, tried to make something happen. Shot, and it will go. No, they're going to call it what it was. They're going to call it a pass with 4:58 and counting left to go here in the second quarter. Nearly had the interception, but it will be picked up by the Hustlers now. Wait a minute. Now row right.
Defense by Brady Wright.
And that'll be a shot in the back. So that's going to be a penalty on MCC. Holy Trinity will be up a man, up 7-0. And they're going to go ahead and swing it around, try to find the open shot. Holy Trinity thought they lost possession. Combs picks it up and saves it. Gives it back to Zabinski. Zabinski. Combs. That's not Combs. That's number 14. Colin Monroe with the shot. Holy Trinity backs that shot up. And here they come now. In it is number 30. Liam Basham. Sabinski back at X. And tried that over the top pass over the goalie's net. Picked up. Basham dishing it off. Fires, and there's a save by Harlem Pete. Makes a man miss. Combs dish it off. Shot. Great job on the closing defense by the goalie, Harlem Pete. Oh, now wait a minute. There's an empty net. Goal. Landon Dawson with the goal. Row right. On the assist. And it's 8-0. Holy Trinity with 3:09 left to go here in the second quarter. Grant Lacey over at the faceoff. Along with Max Sullivan.
Max Sullivan in for MCC.
And there's a swim move. And Sullivan making something happen. Still somehow kept possession. Colin Monroe. Now it's Combs over to Zabinski. Zabinski, Combs. Tried to pass, back out wide, step down shot, and a goal. Finn Werder with the goal, and it's 9-0. Holy Trinity. And right now, Holy Trinity kind of just doing anything they want right now. Winner of this game will go on to face Merritt Island tomorrow night at 6 o'clock live here at Holy Trinity.
False start. Holy Trinity ball.
It's a false start.
2:33 to go in this half.
2:33 left to go in the half. As Holy Trinity now works the ball around.
MCC ball.
MCC with possession. Sanger looks, fires, goal! Vance Sanger. Vance Sanger kind of created his own shot and just whipped it in on that inside corner, and it's 9-1.
Now 9-1, Holy Trinity.
Joe Wallace came in with a .588 save percentage. Just a little under 59% of his goal of his shots he's saving. Lacey wins the faceoff, and he'll take a shot square in the chest.
Turnover. Will be Holy Trinity ball.
Turnover will be Holy Trinity ball.
Combs will start the ball off.
And Nate Combs will start by bringing the ball in. And look at that speed. That's scary. Zabinski. And that's going to be a turnover.
Turnover on Holy Trinity.
Here come the Hustlers. That's number 46. That's Vance Sanger somehow. And Holy Trinity basically saying, you're not scoring anymore tonight. You have to give that ball up. Which he does.
Nate Combs gets the ball.
And Nate Combs creates the turnover, and here he goes. All right. I forgot. There it is. All right. Okay, number 30, Liam Basham. Basham dishing it off back to Zabinski. Shot.
Finn with the shot.
That was Finn Werder with the shot.
18 seconds to go in the half.
Still will be Holy Trinity ball. 18 seconds left to go in the half. Holy Trinity. Got 18 more seconds to put in another goal. And Harlan Pete gets the control with the save. Launches it, and it will go out as he soared that one with 1.9 seconds left to go. And they're going to just sling it up, and it is halftime, ladies and gentlemen, with your score. 9-1, Holy Trinity on top. All right, here we go.
Start of the third quarter.
Second half action as Holy Trinity leads 9-1, and Finn Werder with possession.
Getting ready to set up the offense.
Finn Werder said, "Watch this." Oh. So
Flag on the play.
I think Holy Trinity's about to go man up. $13:37. Nope. That can't be right. 11:37. Slash 1 minute.
Penalty is a slash on 15.
Slash on Hunter Steele. Gives it to Zabinski. Swings it around. Combs. Back to Zabinski. Back around there is Dawson. Dawson throws it down low beyond GLE. Combs, bounce shot and a goal. Rips it, bounces it. And it's 10-1.
With that, 11:11 to go in the third quarter. Holy Trinity 10, MCC 1.
11:11 to go here in the third quarter.
Looks like Quinn Harris is going to be in for MCC at the face-off versus Landon Dawson.
Quinn Harris will face Landon Dawson. And Dawson with the win. Gives it. Shot.
Drew Zabinski ripped the shot, but is stopped by Harlan Peak.
Harlan Peak gets the stop.
Holy Trinity will retain the ball.
Combs.
Rowan Wright with the shot.
Rowan Wright with the shot. No good. Tigers still have possession. And Nate Combs bounces that one a bit high.
Looks like the shot was kind of blocked or impeded by Marco Herrero Pabon.
Swinging the pass around. Going back at X. Gives it to Werder. Werder to Combs. Combs. Back to Werder. Wow. Someone took a shot to the helmet with that shot. Literally. Turnover by MCC. Holy Trinity will retain possession.
Holy Trinity will retain the ball.
Looks. Combs thought about it. Just off to teammate. And again, they go circling the ball around the cage. Trying to find Zabinski there, the cutter. Zabinski saying, "Give me the ball." Sets the pick and says, "Hey, back here." Shot. Rowan Wright with the shot, no good. Zabinski picks up the ground ball. Go back, swinging the ball around. Gives it to Combs. Combs back to X. Pass. And Basham with the pickup. Gives it number 14. Shot. Colin Monroe with the shot. Harlem Pete. Oh, wow. Saved by Max Sullivan. That time getting a stick on the shot of Nate Combs. And number 26, I think he's feeling the effect of the shot he took off the ankle. That's Tanner Campbell.
MCC's defense standing strong.
Back up top to Combs. They go back to circling the cage. Now they reverse it. Skip pass. Shot. And a goal. Nate Combs with the goal.
7:25 to go in the third quarter.
And it's 11-1 with 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. Sullivan and Dawson.
Sullivan and Dawson at the face-off again.
And Dawson wins again. Holy Trinity, I think, has only lost one face-off tonight. Werder. Back to, I believe that's Combs.
Combs looking for an open man.
Combs goes back around. Draws two defenders. Shot. And Holy Trinity comes up with it. Well, they about did. And Finn Werder with the pickup. He was practicing the do-si-do he used at prom. Reeves came in with a shot. Harlan Pete with the stop. And here comes MCC on a fast break. And it will be disrupted by Holy Trinity. They do regain possession. Foul on MCC, Holy Trinity ball, and here comes Finn Werder. Werder gets hit in the back. Zabinski fires on the pass. Holy Trinity brings in a new body. They just circle it around. Now they're reversing it. Shot. Landon Dawson. Colin Monroe bringing it back in for the Tigers. Shot. And they're trying to get Landon Dawson a big outside shot. Zabinski bringing it in. Going to draw 2 defenders. And that's going to be a penalty. That flag, he got smacked in the head twice.
Gets back on his feet. Nate Combs with the shot. Harlan Pete with the save.
And delayed penalty.
Landon Dawson controls it.
Landon Dawson. Knowing they have a free play, essentially. Because there's the penalty. Because Zabinski's head was used like a piñata. And there's the delayed flag. Harlan Pete with the save. And Holy Trinity's going man up. Slashing 1 minute for MCC. Sidearm shot there by number 30, Liam Basham.
Possession retained by Holy Trinity. Drew Zabinski with the shot.
Drew Zabinski fires a shot, no good.
Rowan Wright going to bring it in this time.
Wright is going to bring it in. And Harlan Pete comes up, but delayed whistle. Foul
Holy Trinity will retain the ball.
On MCC. Holy Trinity will retain possession. Swing it around, Combs. Zabinski. Zabinski fires. Pass to Dawson. Dawson puts it in for a goal. Landon Dawson right at the doorstep.
3:18 to go in the third quarter.
3:18.
MCC 1.
Up by 11. With 3:18 left to go in the third. Now number 31, Grant Lacey. Back.
Grant Lacey taking the face off for Holy Trinity.
And we have a new face-off guy for MCC.
Van Sanger wins it, though.
Van Sanger wins the possession for MCC. Driving it inside. Tries to go through a triple team. Got a teammate. Turnover MCC.
Outlet to Rowan Wright.
Monroe Wright.
Nate Combs getting ready to set it up.
Pass, shot. That was
By Colin Monroe.
Colin Monroe with the shot.
Liam Basham will take the ball
Liam Bastion will run all the way out there to the track and bring the ball back into the field of play. Combs looking. Combs allows himself to get pushed out. Shot. Harlan Pete with the save. Oh, wait a minute. Max Sullivan cuts in. Max Sullivan loses the ball. And Holy Trinity will retain possession. I'd like to thank Space Coast Lacrosse for partnering with the Brevard Sports Network. #1 in youth and development lacrosse for girls, boys, and lax kids. MCC with an opportunity, and the pass is no good. Vance Sanger was trying to give his teammate a nice little alley-oop. Wallace clears it. And that's going to be a flag. Holy Trinity will go man down for the first time tonight. .39 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Holy Trinity just needs one more before MCC scores.
MCC gonna be a man up. 37/1 minute.
Colton Weisbrod will pick up a slash for 1 minute. So Holy Trinity looking to kill this penalty.
Sanger gonna bring the ball in for MCC.
Sanger waiting for something to open up. Back across, and it will be a turnover by MCC.
Chris Moore looks like he's going to bring it in.
Shot and off the goalie chest, off the.
Harlan Pete with a great save right there.
Harlan Pete. And that will be the end of the third quarter with your score. Holy Trinity 12, MCC 1. Holy Trinity just needs one more to send this into a running clock. Again, we'd like to thank Space Coast Lacrosse. Space Coast Lacrosse is the premier lacrosse development program for both boys, girls, and lax kids. For more information, find out all about them on Space Coast Lax. That's LAX.com. And again, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Also like to thank Solutions Property Management for stepping up and sponsoring this tournament.
From today's event on your social media account, tag the FHSAA and we'll repost and share it. Follow the FHSAA on X, Instagram, and Snapchat by searching for FHSAA. You can also
and again, coming up tomorrow night, right here on the Brevard Sports Network, we will have the championship game of what looks to be Holy Trinity versus Merritt Island. It should be a fun one. Again, downtown Caleb Brown will be with you and have the call live from Holy Trinity. We'll see if I'm joined tomorrow by anybody.
All even.
As everyone hears the radio over the mic, it was only a 30-second penalty, not a minute penalty, so we're all even again. So Holy Trinity kills the power play. As we get set to begin the fourth quarter, fresh 12 on the clock. And here comes the face-off. That ball launched high in the air. Riley Simpson. And MCC gains possession. Here comes MCC. Hunter Steele with the pickup. Ground ball. And Holy Trinity saying, even though they're all even, basically what Holy Trinity's defense is Vance, you got lucky and scored one. We're not letting you score another. And Vance said, I would like to see you all stop me. Max Sullivan
looking to make something happen.
And unfortunately for Sullivan, couldn't get past that defense. There's number 8, Justin Walters. Shot.
By Van Sanger, pressure by Dylan Jensen.
Dylan Jensen on the defense of Vance Sanger.
Saved by Joe Wallace.
I'd like to welcome Lee Rogenberg. Caleb Brown here, taking you through the second district semifinal. We had a fantastic first one between Satellite and Merritt Island as MCC tries to get something going around here. Shot. And Joe Wallace with the save.
By Joe Wallace.
That was Kyle Naylor on the shot.
Damien Henderson brings it up. Drew winds up.
Drew Zabinski lines up.
Holy Trinity will retain possession.
The Boca Olympic Heights. Wow. Well, Lee, you missed a really good playoff game before. Merritt Island and Satellite. The go-ahead goal was scored with 25 seconds left to go in the game. Shot, no good. So Merritt Island will, again, if this, barring something miraculous, it'll be Merritt Island and Holy Trinity competing for the Class 1A District 7 title tomorrow night right here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. And a foul on Holy Trinity. MCC will take over possession.
Picks up the ball,
Oh, wow.
I think.
MCC with possession here.
Timeout. Timeout, MCC.
That's right. Jack Combs having a career year at Vermont. First team All-American.
Class Lacrosse Championship is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment.
Well, his younger brother Nate Combe is had himself a night tonight.
And if any of you guys ever watch Rob Gronkowski do USAA commercials, I now have a new appreciation.
Again, let's thank our partners at the FHSA for granting us rights to this broadcast of this tournament. Any rebroadcast, retransmission without express written approval from the Brevard Sports Network and the Florida High School Athletic Association is strictly prohibited. Again, tomorrow night we will have the Class 1A District 7 championship game. Currently left in this game, 8:38 left to go.
.38 to go in the game.
Get a chance to see who's got possession and turnover. MCC comes up with the ground ball. And there's Max Sullivan. Max Sullivan has got all sorts of room. Shot. And that ball is all over the place right now.
MCC with the ball.
There's the pass, and
Ben King with the defense.
whistle blows. It's MCC with possession. Back behind X shot. And Wallace with the save. Shot.
Chris Moore keeping the pressure on.
Chris Moore knocks the ball out. MCC retains possession.
Sawyer Jacobs continues with the pressure.
MCC still with possession, trying to find something for Vance Sanger. Sanger comes around, shot. Ball knocked out before he could shoot it. Turnover by Holy Trinity.
MCC retains the ball. Moore keeping the pressure on.
As
David Stinson setting it up for MCC.
David Stinson gets inside, shot, and backed up by MCC.
MCC will retain possession.
6:14 left to go in this one.
Damien Henderson putting pressure. David Stinson.
There's number 3, James Trebek. Trebink.
Van Sanger looking to set it up.
Trebnik, sorry. It's Trebnik. Shot. MCC will retain possession. And that's David Stinson. Gets the ball knocked out.
Drew
Zabinski coming down.
Drew Zabinski looks to set up the offense.
And Zabinski dashed it off there to number 6. That's Nathan Reeve. Steps up, shot.
Stopped by Harlan Pete.
Harlan Pete, the backup goalie, who took over to start the second quarter and has been in all game.
Outlet pass by Dylan Jensen to Roan Wright.
It was a long pass.
Pocket pick by number 4, Brady Wright.
And Harlan Pete saying, you know what, this may be the last game of the season. I'm going for it. All right, no, I won't. Shot.
Joe Wallace with a big save.
Joe Wallace with the save.
Timeout, Holy Trinity.
Timeout, Holy Trinity will keep possession. Lee says, looks like Holy Trinity will be the number 6 seed in Region 2 and 1A with First Academy's loss today.
Herff Jones is the official
Possibly a
championship
5th
partner of the Florida High School Athletic Association.
if St. Edwards
Every
loses to
season
Benjamin.
has a story. Let Herff Jones help celebrate yours with an official championship ring.
Okay.
Visit champsforever.com to learn more.
So, according to Lee Rogenberg, possibly a 5th or a 6th seed for Holy Trinity. And I take it you're saying should Holy Trinity handle business tomorrow night against Merritt Island? Wednesday night. Wednesday night. I was just giving clarification. Wednesday night. Wednesday night, 6 o'clock right here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. We will have that district championship Wednesday night. $3.54 left to go. And this one, again, I'd like to thank Solutions Property Management. Information at the top and bottom of your screen for stepping up and paying for the sponsorship of this tournament. See, when we get to playoff time, I don't care in what sport, when we get to playoff time, the FHSA charges really big fees in order to stream these games. So when we have local businesses step up and pay those fees, then it makes it so Brevard Sports Network can stream these games. Again, regardless of sport. Drew Zabinski draws a double team and roll out. Continues to draw a double team, beats the double team. Gives it X. Shot off something.
Shot off the post. Kyle Monroe's going to bring it in.
Colin Monroe dishes it into Zabinski. Zabinski trying to come around the cage. Pass. Thought about it. Shot. And Colin Monroe's shot is wide.
Zabinski will set it up again.
Zabinski will set this up. Looks like Allen's done with his game before me. Yeah. So look, hey, Wednesday nights. Look, if Merritt Island squeaked out a victory tonight, shot no good. We had a shot very similar to that to end the game of Satellite and Merritt Island. Look. Wednesday night could be a fun one for the district championship. Merritt Island didn't play their best game, but they played best when they had to, came out with the win. And I think coaches will tell you that from Merritt Island. They didn't play their best game today, but they pulled it out when it counted. Pass. Holy Trinity still with the ball. Can't be much more time left. Shot, no good. That was Landon Dawson with the shot. Just under a minute left to go. Check that, a minute 14. So Holy Trinity. And that's a hit. That'll draw a flag. And right now, Holy Trinity's got to be careful. Look, I get you want to avenge your teammate, but you know you have a district championship in 2 days. You don't want to do anything that'll cause you to miss that game. Again, like Lee Rogenberg said, Merritt Island only lost 9-6 in the first game of the season. And that's Vance Sanger gets an unnecessary roughness penalty for 1 minute. So the game's done for him. Shot and a goal! Riley Simpson. So we got one more face-off. 41 seconds to go, and so the final 41 will tick off because that starts the running clock. So Riley Simpson gets the final goal.
Chris Moore picks the ball up. Intercepted by Noah Ostrander.
Noah Ostrander gets a final interception of the season.
Max Sullivan with the ball.
Max Sullivan with a spin move. And that will do it. So it will be Wednesday night live here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. Holy Trinity taking on Merritt Island for the Class 1A District 7 Championship. Live right here on the Brevard Sports Network. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned into the broadcast. And keep it posted for all the district action in baseball and lacrosse right here on the